that's such a smart idea. We absolutely should have watched like X-Men 2 instead of clips tonight. I think that would have been
Yes, that would be more fun.
excellent idea. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, October 25th, 2023, where we have absolutely nothing to show for the day's worth of clippage. I don't even think I saw Dennis on the listening thread. And
I was there for a little while, and then I had something important to do.
Okay, I had a total of 10 clips for today. And
That many, huh? Wow.
Well, and none of them mean anything, honestly. There's nothing that's important in this clippage. Just saying.
This Stefano was as unfunny as any comedian could ever be. I disavow him as a Italian. He can be whatever other race he wants to be, but he cannot be Italian.
Does anybody want to explain to me how you can bring a comedian onto your show and make him as unfunny as is humanly possible and not tell him jokes? Like,
he's pretty good at it. He's an expert at it now.
I don't even get it.
That's how full circle the show has come, because it was the opposite of that in the 90s when they'd have comedians sit in, and he used to make everybody better for sitting on the show. Comedians funny. I had wanted no part of and hated would come on the show, and I'd become fans of them because they'd be on the show. He has the opposite effect now. He makes formerly was supposedly comedians who were funny unfunny on this show because Howard sets the tone.
Yeah.
I don't even blame Chris Stefano, and I didn't listen to it, but Howard sets the tone.
He wasn't funny.
Is he allowed to? He's got a directive to be as flat as possible, and he comes on with an angle. Comedians can't be comedians anymore. They got to be good looking. They got to be former basketball players. They got to be dating someone in order to have relevance. They can't just be funny. I
heard his material. He's not very funny.
That's all subjective. I believe you, Dennis. It's all subjective what funny.
He was recommended by Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimbo Kimball.
Well, he was on Artie's show a decade ago on the DirecTV show.
So really?
Artie got to him before anybody did. Many, many times.
I've never heard of him. I got to be honest with you, and nor do I care. There's nothing about it. And yes, Autobot, we are not going to talk about genital mutilation tonight.
Please, dear God, no.
No. I made a conscious effort to just avoid the entirety of that game.
What?
No.
Yeah, you don't want to know, Xavier. You don't.
Don't want to know. It's okay.
I don't want to know.
There's nothing that needs speaking of. We shall not speak of this again. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Let's not speak of this again. And when Randall O'Reilly paid off the broadseed.
Let's not speak of this again.
so we have other fun stuff to talk about tonight. We will get to a couple of clips. Like I said, I have about 10. But then we started doing like a little bit of a deep dive in Reddit, and there were some really great clips in there. And I posted them on TikTok and on Instagram today. So we're going to review that as well. Yes.
So hey, we're happy though. On Monday, Seth Meyer comes in because he brings so much to the table.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, that should be great.
It's so funny. Back in the day, I used to like watch the Seth Meyers like clip on YouTube, never the show, just like that clip on YouTube. And even that I don't do anymore. Yes. Yes. Oh my God, you're right, JMD. At least it wasn't Sebastian Maniscalco.
I
have
to watch all of them.
Spelled right. Di Stefano.
I don't find him funny.
No,
I don't find him funny.
On Eternal Ignore. You are not on Eternal Ignore. I read everything you write. I adore that you always speak positivtively about me. But I don't like to put that onto the screen because
hey, Dennis, what you drinking?
That person.
Some Nero de Avila.
Okay.
After goes, I only like my comedians with nose jobs. That's such a funny comment.
Okay, so I guess we start. Yeah. So let's go here.
No, another bottle would be bad.
Here, I thought this was incredibly amusing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the Great Gazoo or like Xavier mentioned, the leader, the Hulk's enemy,
I think
Samuel
that's
Stearns.
The leader, bro.
Yeah,
you know who that is.
It's Eric, right?
Eric the Midget and Eric the Hilton. Harris the Midget.
It made me chuckle.
I'm clap foot at you, assholes.
I'm club fucking footed.
I like that we can make you chuckle. I thought that was pretty funny. Okay.
A Drew show.
But Mo cannot grasp that Uncle Jesse got a sloppy toppy from Beefus, the Romaine Howard, and Blackie got naked and drunk. I have no idea what words you're speaking right now.
That's hilarious.
Rodney.
Blackie got naked.
What do you mean I can't grasp it? I don't care. How about that? I can't even imagine. I have no words.
Hector Hammond. That's a pull from the Green Lantern verse, Mike White. That's crazy. That's good.
Oh my god.
Thank you. I
Anyway.
love this hat. I went to a wedding once out in Montauk, and they were giving away these hats. And
At a wedding.
here, and it says. The age of music is not getting old. I'm gonna say, not getting old. I hate you so much, Bon Jovi. I hate that you're even here. I'm pausing that, you asshole. All right, let's start some clippage. This is the introduction today. Apparently, the name of the game today was "What's My Freaky Fetish?" So I wish it was.
Yeah.
I know.
So this actually wasn't even a Cocktober thing. It was just a weird
Uh-oh.
thing.
Random
Only
thing.
2 days left.
2 days left, and
Cocktober.
Seth Meyers on Monday, so there will be no Cocktober.
Well, we can do the sausage fest probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. No.
No,
Oh, yeah,
no.
yeah.
Wednesday is November.
Oh, interesting.
is.
Tuesday is Halloween.
Maybe they'll save it for Halloween. Maybe it's.
Why can't
not offer.
I live a life for me?
Oh, I love that song. I wish we could play it. I really, really. It's one of my absolute favorite songs of all.
It's a great
All right,
song.
let's do the intro. Here we go.
Here's something freaky for you.
A new game is coming to the Howard Stern Show. What's my freaky fetish?
Do they get aroused by vomit? Or do they jerk off to their mother?
You'll never guess our Mr. Guest's favorite kink.
Maybe they get whipped till they passed out. Or they like to come on feet.
Featuring
Could this be
comedian
worse?
Chris Stefano in his Stern Show debut.
What's my freak? What's my freak? My freaky fetish. Yow.
Only on today's Howard Stern Show.
Wow.
What's my freak? What's my freak? My freaky fetish. Yow.
I can't. It's
That's awful. I mean, honest to God, that is.
Tanner sets the tone for the entire show. This is what that says. It sets the tone.
70 writers. 70. And that's
Scott
what
and
you get.
Todd are cringing at this in 2005.
70 writers. So what okay, plot twist, spoiler alert. The Freaky Fetish was basically a guy who likes genital mutilation, and
Oh,
his penis basically was almost like,
no,
let's go with
stop.
split. I'm not going to play it. I mean, there's nothing to say. I'm just
Even
saying,
just talking about it makes me
saying
want to
it so
vomit.
that everybody can tighten their sphincter just
Ugh.
search more while we discuss it.
Ugh.
Apparently, it was a get of Wolfies. He found this guy on
Subhuman.
something or another, and they had to figure out what his fetish was. That's all I got. And
Why?
I promise
is-
you we will never speak of this again.
What is this supposed to do? What do you want us to do with this? Not you. What does the show want us to do with it? We want to be what? Shocked, grossed out. We know it's not funny. What do we suppose? What's the closure? What do you want us
No clue.
to do with this?
Not a clue.
What kind of legacy is it? What do you want people to think about you that you're doing? Does Howard want to take credit for this to the tune of $4,000 a minute? Like what?
I don't know, but
Are
I'm
we
pretty
evolved? What
pretty
is
Phil
this
sure on
for?
Monday. Pretty
Who
sure
is
on
this
Monday we'll
for?
have a couple of letters that say that it was like,
Oh.
amazing. And
Greatest thing ever.
Greatest thing ever.
Drove off the
Well,
road.
that's my bottom line with everything, Monique, because this 70-year-old closeted homosexual waking up, and this
Allegedly.
is what gets you out of bed. This, right? This is what you're as rich as creases. You can do anything you want, anytime you want. Bed. This is what gets you up in the morning. This is what you're facing at 7
He
a.m.
filled 3.5 hours today with nothing.
Well, guys,
That was
I
his
think
accomplishment.
put it in perspective. This is what you get when you never leave more than 20. You're never more than 20 feet away from your bed at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's more than 20 feet away. I mean, it's got to be a quarter mile
you
in
don't
that
know
house.
That. It could be 5.
You might have
I
a
know.
cot
He's that
downstairs.
lazy.
Nap.
Oh, that's true. He may sleep in the bowling
He
alley.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You know that thing people say now to flex their power and go, I don't get out of bed for any less than. That's exactly what Xavier is just talking about.
Well,
Howard's
that's
like
a
1
classic
inch different.
Linda
Yep.
Evangelista
Yep.
thing to say.
Oh, she said that? That's what
Don't
she
get
quoted?
out of bed for less than $10,000.
I love a good Linda Evangelista quote.
And
You
then,
know that.
and then the better one is the one by Kate Moss. It's better to be thin
Thin.
to be
Right.
rich. What is it? Wait, it's better to be thin than
Healthy?
oh fuck, I can't remember what it's
Then non-white.
Did she
Gunga-
really say
I
that?
like
Or was
what
she
Gunga Din
quoted?
says.
Did they play the telephone game with that? She never speaks. I never hear her interviewed.
well because she actually has horrible teeth and she's still
Didn't Johnny Depp?
But
crush
she's
that?
thin. Who cares?
Yes, they've dated for 2 years and from
It was like
93
her
to
other
94.
famous quote was, "Get off me, Johnny! You're crushing my smokes."
Well, they had that huge brawl in 94
oh
at
this
the
is
Mark
it.
Hotel.
This is it. It's such a great saying. Nothing tastes as good as skinny
As
feels.
skinny feels, right. A lot of
Exactly.
women use that to this day. I hear women say that
And
all
I'm
the time.
glad. Women need to say that.
I hate men.
I've been obsessed with watching, while I'm playing on my computer, I've been obsessed with watching a show called Naked Attraction. And if
Can
none
we
of you
just-
watched it, I'm going to highly recommend it.
Can we
Just
just
Really?
keep making references, Mel?
Huh?
Can we just keep making references to obscure shit? Can I
Yeah.
do one?
No,
Can I do one?
No.
Okay.
No.
Her bikini small, heels tall. She said she liked the ocean.
what's that from, Xavier?
Just-
You don't know? Oh.
It's so much more important that you see that I have Reacher. Do you see I have Reacher on today? Do you even see what's going on
Oh,
here?
that's Reacher. Oh, yeah.
Please.
Good job, Mike White and Ronnie M. I'm
Oh,
a
look, we have cool people in our chat.
Yeah, I didn't really listen to LL Cool J.
You didn't listen to LL Cool J?
I don't think so.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I just wasn't into rap music a lot. I liked
Oh.
Run DMC, and then I got busy doing other shit. And that was it.
Okay.
I'm a round the way girl guy.
That's all she wrote. It's all she wrote. Sorry. All right, we're gonna move on a little bit, and we're gonna do a little ARP phone talk. Where is my phone now that I just realized I don't even have it?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's right, Frank.
Oh my God, she lost her phone.
I think I left it upstairs. Okay, anyway, so the new iPhone upgrade, and I'm sure Bon Jovial can attest to this. It's like this has this really cool thing where you put it on its side and it acts like a alarm clock. It's like in kind of dim mode, and it has like a clock and your timer and all that. Yes, coach. Yes, that's where I was. See, now I'm going to pay attention to you because I feel bad. But yes, always busy in the friggin' limelight. Always. Never forget. So yeah, so they were talking about it. They were super, super excited about it. And here's ARP phone talk for you guys.
Well, I wonder what their idea about it was.
So she's basically pondering why Apple actually did this. Like she didn't understand why you would want to put your phone on a stand while it's charging and use it as
As an alarm clock.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know that you just put this up because you love a Cheers reference.
That's awesome. That's what we've done Jeopardy.
Two people
that I've been
Never
in my
been in my
kitchen.
kitchen.
Perfect. All right, here we go.
Their idea is that now you can use your phone for yet another thing. You can replace, think of how many clocks they sell in America alone and worldwide. Imagine now your phone is going to replace the camera. It's going to replace the telephone. It's going to replace the clock. And you'd be surprised. It's terrific. And it has all different kinds of displays. I can have different displays.
So impressed with himself. Apple does
Commercial.
Him. What is
You see,
wrong
there's
with you
one,
guys?
There's another
Commercial.
What it looks like.
Yeah, look, like I just turned it into an old-fashioned clock.
Analog
Look at
clock.
that.
Yeah, you
Wow.
can make different faces for it. I
Is
have
he talking about a watch?
Sponsored.
partial to this one.
100%
I like
is a plug.
It's 100% plug.
Zero
Got
doubt.
paid.
Nation, I suppose.
So of course, then John Hein had to come
Oh,
in
of course.
Of course he
master,
did.
Master.
because John Hein knows everything about
Ooh. Me come in, give you information.
me talk monotone and certain
Me
information. Yeah.
get 70 blowjob at Michigan.
I wish Lawrence Taylor would crush his femur.
John Hein is here with
Hit him with the
some
Hein.
information, I suppose.
John,
could
am I
adjust
right
that.
about that? Am I right about the phone?
No, you could
No.
adjust that stuff. There's a setting to make it so it never turns off in the clock mode. And there's another setting where you can get rid of the wake up on motion thing. You can get rid of that too.
Oh, well, would you explain to my crack IT team that
So don't
Jeff
talk to
Schick?
Howard after the show and show him how to do it.
Well,
Go
Howard's not
to-
physically there.
Doesn't matter. Go to what? Because crack IT team is there. Go to Howard's
No, I'm
IT
just saying.
team, explain it to them so that they in turn can explain it to Howard, as opposed to John just FaceTiming with him after the show is done and showing him how to do it. No, somebody has to physically take his
No.
phone and do it for him.
No, Monique. He has his Apple phone tutor. It's his iPhone tutor. He has to have an iPhone tutor. It's very, very important.
His
That's right.
his IT team
His iPhone tutor. Yes.
is his IT iPhone team.
No,
My
Yes.
no,
guys.
no exaggeration.
My
You
tech
could
guys.
literally hand that thing off to a 3-year-old, and they will figure it out.
Pretty much every
Like,
7-year-old.
Not an exaggeration.
No, I think you're.
Yes.
3-year-old
it-
would figure it out. It might take him 10 minutes, but he'd figure it out.
David, I noticed that too. He had that weird restrained voice. Is there an app or a setting we can give John Hein an effing personality with?
Oh,
Did they
No.
make that yet at Apple?
No,
Jeff
that's
Schick.
way beyond.
Where's Jeff Schick when you
They
need him?
have elevated him into something so much more important than he could ever possibly
Bro,
be. Shocking to me.
oh.
And what is
He's-
that? What
he's
is
the
he?
snake
So why is
oil
he
that
so
sells kid.
important?
He is a snake oil salesman. Actually, he does not get enough credit.
100%
Guy
legit.
who sells books on stuff he knows nothing about, gets shows on stuff he knows nothing about. He is the ultimate huckster, snake oils, right after Howard, or maybe even
Amazing.
before him.
He learned from Howard how to be
Yeah,
a huckster.
amazing.
And he didn't even create Jump the Shark. His roommate did. That's not even.
I did.
100% he
And that's-
didn't. He ripped him off.
And wait, and
responsible
the
for all his fame.
fast food mania he stole from Casey
Jason.
Chaplin.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But yet here we are with
So,
him, at the end
Dennis,
of the day.
real question.
Yeah.
If I said I'm going to give you a check for $1 million, but for the next 10 years, you either once a day have to watch penis mutilation videos or John Hein lick your cheek, what would you do?
Ooh.
That's tough.
I know, Mr.
Yeah, this
Dangles.
is
I
not
remember.
enough Mary Kill that everybody seems to love to do to me on a.
Hey, we go for the real prizes here.
When I
That's a
found they were
hard one,
talking about-
man.
Of course he doesn't drink. Of course he doesn't
The
drink.
videos.
What
to me, it'd be the
automaton?
videos. It wouldn't even be close.
What? What did
Oh,
you
I don't
pick?
want that guy licking my cheek.
I would take the cheek lick. I would never want
I
to
wouldn't. Oh, bro.
genital
Dude,
mutilation.
and
The
then you'll live
mutilation thing was
forever.
tough. No,
Every
really.
time the
Yeah, the
moon comes
mutilation.
out, you'll transform into something.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay.
Okay.
So
En-
then,
Enjoy your howling, lady.
so then, so Howard starts to talk about sports and what a complete and utter waste of time sports are, and how he doesn't understand how any human being can waste time on watching a sport. And let's talk about this at the back end of it because it's so stupid. And his idea on everything is just so ridiculous.
No, really?
Part this onto people as if they should pay attention to him is it still amazes me. I hate to say it. It does still amaze me. So let's listen to it.
When I look at the time you waste, either playing golf or watching sports,
Yes, I remember John Hines' horrible house from the real estate show. He had track
Yeah.
paneling. Yes. It was 60s and 80s throwbacks in one house. You know what that means? That says to me he never renovated. He
Nope.
walked in the door and he didn't even paint the house. Nothing.
But
Just left.
but that's no
Yeah, but
different
that's
than
his
Howard,
style.
who's it's no different than Howard, who's never renovated his house.
But he
in the
built,
Hamptons.
he
Touche.
built his house. You know, if I
It
built
doesn't
my house,
matter.
I
It's
can
been
permanent.
15 years. It's
It's
been
been-
15 years.
Well, I mean, how often do you renovate your house? I mean, honestly,
we don't have
more
the
than
payroll,
every
bro.
15 years, I throw a coat of paint on
I
stuff.
renovated my kitchen. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Does
You
it
know?
surprise the guy? The guy who doesn't use condiments doesn't have taste. Does that surprise you?
No, shocking.
You know?
Fine. He's
It's all in line. It's all in
Alright.
line. Doesn't
Here's-
drink.
Here's Howard's idiot comments. Oh, sorry, I just have to start it again. Give me a second here.
I look at the time you waste, either playing golf or watching sports.
Wow.
I think, God, you could be studying guitar. You could learn to be a great painter. I'm a pretty decent watercolorist.
No, you're not.
I'm telling you, I only have about an hour or two on the weekends.
An hour or two on the weekends.
What?
Weekends, which is what, 4 or 5
4
days?
days.
Hour
He's got
or
4 days, right? He's got 4-day weekends.
4 days.
what is he doing the rest of the time? One ponders.
Technically, I mean, come on. Before noon on
He's
Wednesday.
a
he's around
4-hour
machine.
day.
You got to give him another half day, bro. Because Wednesday he's out and he doesn't have to commute.
So each day is 4 hours a day for 3 days, and then he has a 4-day weekend.
Yes.
But he only has an hour a day.
Hour or two over the weekend.
Over the weekend for those
Hour
4 days.
Continue.
I only have about an hour or two.
96
on
hours.
Weekends.
Hmm.
Paint. That's
Why?
because I ain't watching sports. If I was watching sports, I wouldn't know how
I
to.
only have an hour or two because I'm not watching sports. That
Because
makes
he has to
sense.
take a nap.
Wait.
That was
There's
like
96 hours on those 4 days off.
Yes.
And
Okay.
he has an hour of 2 out of 96 hours.
No, Frank the
paint.
Tank cannot learn to paint and watch sports at the same time. Obviously.
Right?
Let's
No,
continue.
not when you have a
Okay,
69
let me throw this
IQ.
out. So
Yeah.
we're thinking about how many hours a day does he nap? Let's be real here. He's got at
Oh.
least 2,
He
3
can nap
nap curve.
Transcendental meditation is a euphemism for napping.
4 hours.
I mean,
he
that's
naps
the
for 4
basis of
hours.
life.
I think 4 hours would be a very safe guess.
And he sleeps for
So-
9. He sleeps for
Yeah.
9 and he
That
naps for
sleep's
4.
not broken up. Yeah, right, Dennis. The least
There
amount
is
he ever
zero
sleeps.
chance he doesn't take naps.
So he's asleep 13.
24 is
He's
once
asleep
again,
13 of
once
the
again,
24
his
hours
show-
a day.
His show's over at 11 a.m., right?
No, 10:30.
10:30.
Done.
If your day ends before 11 a.m., that's a day off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a
Wednesday
day off.
Well,
It's
yeah.
a day off, bro. Come
Yes.
on.
yes.
You know what? If your day is over before they start serving lunch at McDonald's, that doesn't count.
He works 9 hours a week
Yeah. 9
on,
hours.
on, a,
Yeah,
on an actual
Yeah.
work week.
Let's
9
roll.
hours a week.
You can't
Around
even
that,
call
yeah.
that work.
Jeremy Harrelson's so right. Hey, James Dolan and Nick, general manager, are you listening to this? Take his mid-court seats away. Take his seats away. You listening
He
to this?
doesn't have seats. They just give him seats when he's
He
in.
makes
Just
donations.
ban him from the list. Ban him from the celebrity list. But ban him
Hey,
from
wait.
Celebrity Row. No
And-
more Nick tickets.
Wait, John, I saw the Knicks starting to play tonight. It's okay. He can have the seats all day long because they're awful. They're a terrible.
I just don't. I don't
time.
want him using it for publicity. I don't want Beth there. I don't want them anywhere near anything.
Yesterday it was grand opening, grand closing.
Welcome. Good night, everybody.
I don't want
Exactly.
to stick next to
Season, guys.
celebrities.
Good job.
Chess and The Bachelor are more important than sports, says Mike McGann. Right. That's a very productive way to spend your time.
David
You know why he
says-
doesn't like sports? You know, because it's merit based. And there's a winner and a loser, and there's statistics to prove how good you are and what you're doing. Unlike this show, where there's no
Ooh.
ratings and you can't prove anything, and you can
I-
lie, and nobody can disprove it because you're in a bubble. That's why I hate sports, because it's merit based.
Nice.
I love the man who has rejected society for almost 4 years now is giving anybody advice on how to do anything in their lives.
In their free time.
Yeah, exactly.
In their free time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yet, so you're right. David is talking about adult piano students who
Yeah.
get to somewhere proficient level after 2 to 4 years. Howard has allegedly been playing guitar for how long, and he still
Oh,
sucks.
it's been-
That's a
it's been
great
decade
point,
at
David.
least.
If he's
2
saying that he
decades.
only does painting 1 to 2 hours a weekend, what the hell is he doing with the rest of his time? But let's finish the clip so we can hear what else he has to
We've
say.
answered this question a million times.
It's
in the
so
show.
exciting.
Nappy time.
Yes.
14 hours of TV a day.
Hang on.
Playing, studying guitar, you could learn to be a great painter. I'm a pretty decent watercolorist.
No, you're not.
I'm telling you, I only have about an hour or two on the weekends to paint.
4. Uh-huh.
That's because I ain't watching sports. If I was watching sports, I wouldn't know how to paint. And I find, I could have studied guitar and
You
been in a
could have,
band.
but you didn't.
Coulda.
So if you give up sports
And been in a band.
like I do, I mean, I don't waste time with it.
You never gave up sports. You never were into sports.
Used to watch basketball all the time when I was a
No, you
kid.
didn't.
Watch the
No, you
Knicks.
didn't.
Yeah, I gave it. It's fuck it. It's a waste of time. It's the same
Yeah.
thing every week. One guy wins, the other guy loses.
It's the same thing every
Like the show.
Hours.
What
of
a-
just
Let's
life.
talk about your
What
parents
an
again.
I might
oversimplification,
have
man.
to go back to watching basketball now that
I'll listen to this idiot.
You're not
I
deep.
don't even know how to say his name. Wimby. that kid that just got drafted.
Yeah, I don't even know that. I don't even know
He's
that.
7 foot something, and he's amazing.
Yeah, I guess you've never seen any of the classic great basketball players play because
No,
Holy
that
shit.
guy is a freak. But
Yeah,
he's like
okay.
a pencil.
yes.
So good luck.
Oh, he's like Manu Ball.
Yeah,
So he's like
very
built
If you
like
get a
Manu Ball.
crossover
good
dribble.
comparison.
Jesus. So wait. So there's 172 hours in a week, and he only has 2 hours on the weekend to paint. He only does a show for 9 hours, and he doesn't leave his house. I'm utterly confused.
Can we just use logic here? So
No,
let's
we
just say
can't.
okay. On Wednesday night, he goes to sleep, what, 6, 7 o'clock, supposedly? 8?
7 o'clock.
But 8 at the latest. He sleeps how many hours? What time are
Till
you
6
waking up,
a.m.
and what are you doing when you wake up? You literally have like 20-something hours ahead of you, and you say you only have 1 hour to paint? Come on, bro.
Yes.
That makes
So
no
it's-
sense.
We don't believe anything.
Makes
I mean,
zero
we've
sense.
gone over this 1,000 times in this show.
But
There's 14 hours a day to watch frivolous TV.
Exactly.
yeah, he doesn't mind telling us exactly every detail of what happened on The Bachelor.
And the
But-
sad thing
Exactly.
is, he's watching that on like a 42-inch Panasonic plasma that's permanently cut out into his bookshelf.
Is there anything stupider or mindless than dancing? Right?
Nothing.
I mean, at the end of the day, at its core, is there anything stupider than dancing? No, it's the dumbest thing.
No,
in the
no.
business. Yet he watches 3-hour Dancing with the Stars show.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about Dancing with the Stars anymore, but
Yes, he does.
They don't pay him anymore, so yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Okay, so then you may not know this, John. I was excited to tell you this, but did you know that Howard's playing basketball now? And he's like, listen to this, everybody.
You know,
Amazing he is.
you know who's playing basketball?
Who?
Me. I put up a little hoop outside my
A
house
little hoop.
Yeah.
every night before dinner. I say to Beth, I'm going to 10 minutes. I'm going to go shoot around. Now you know me. I'm the worst basketball player ever. But I go out there. I take a couple of layups. Then I take 1 or 2 hook shots. Then I shoot from the top of the key 5 shots. I go to the right side, to the left side, and then I randomly go for 5 more shots. So I take about 25 shots before dinner.
Now, how many go in?
Very few.
So
Hey, Mo, did you hear
I have
that?
a question.
That was John's teeth shattering as he's clenching his jaw.
Yeah, I know.
listening to this guy bastardize his favorite thing on
let's
earth.
guess, because I knew the answer to this before he even said it. Let's guess why he's doing this.
No clue.
He's having a basketball player on soon.
Because somebody told him to. Because Pat Menachia told him that he should be.
Does he say Pat Menachia, Mooney?
Yes, I think he does. Let's see.
He
So
was a
wait,
hockey player.
Let's all remind before you play it. And why am I hearing myself?
Keep going. Keep going.
So
Hello?
this is the man that lost to Niels. Was it Niels Lofgren?
Yes.
The 5'5" guitar player from Bruce Springsteen's band who
Yeah.
kicked his ass in one-on-one.
And Jackie.
Yes. And Jackie. Yes. But let's listen. Here we go.
But I'm doing it just to do something physical before dinner.
Why?
You know what I mean? Just move around a little bit.
Sure.
Why?
Get some blood
Huh?
moving. Yeah.
My buddy Pat said, I think this would be good for you. Now
Are
he's
you
giving
enjoying
me,
it?
I'm enjoying it to a degree, but I'd like to be better at it. I've never had any guidance. I didn't have a coach or a plot. You know, I know there's skills
70-year-old man.
developed by learning from someone, but I'm not hiring a basketball tutor at this point in my life.
Holy shit.
A basketball
Exactly,
tutor for
Smithers. You
70
don't
years.
get
Basketball
taught
tutor.
basketball. You just meet up with friends and start playing. And eventually it happens. Yeah, we're echoing, Monique.
Yeah, Dorian Morgan. Yes, Dennis has the Lou Gehrig filter. Today, I am
Mr. Grillo, that's so funny.
The
100%
luckiest
chance he's
man.
gonna
Yes, man.
on the face of the earth.
Wait, I don't hear the echo, just so you know.
I do.
It just started
Now?
like a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
H.W. Grillo, that's the funniest thing ever today.
Clearly I have not touched anything, so therefore I don't know what's going on. I wish
Why?
Juan was here so he could stop. Don't do Lou Gehrig. Please don't do Lou Gehrig. I don't hear it in my
Can I do the Proclaimers again?
No. I don't hear anything. I don't hear
I'm
anything.
sure the Proclaimers were always on
So
available.
him playing basketball has got to be absolutely the most painful thing ever. Think about it. It's a giant praying mantis.
I would pay to watch it. There's no way he gets in hoops.
I would too. That I'd pay for.
The limp wrist.
I would love to see it. I would love for Google Google Satellite to catch him playing basketball outside.
J.W. Grillo is the greatest thing ever. The illegal, he changed to rebound for him. There's no way in hell he's rebounding for himself.
No way. Can you imagine?
I hear Morgan Freeman.
Hey, Manuel, get my ball.
I hear Morgan Freeman is training with the UFC now.
I want one of his air balls to go into Michael J. Fox's backyard. He needs to throw it back to him.
Come on, Shakes, pass the ball.
You ever hear that term? You can't shoot it in the ocean. Howard's going to prove that theory there. He's going to shoot it in the ocean.
He'll hit the ocean.
No, isn't it like he hit a water before of a boat?
Oh,
yes.
Totally Sinler. I see him with the terry cloth headband. Yes.
His NBA socks.
Totally see the visual.
With
totally.
the tank top and the long shorts.
Thank you, Drew Show. Howard is getting ready for the septuagenarian Hamptons pickup games. It's senior pickup games in the Hamptons.
Rucker Park.
It'll be like, hey, Clint Eastwood, take it to the hoe.
I love Texas Rodney mentioning Rucker Park.
Yeah.
Why isn't Beth playing with him? Because Beth is supposedly a basketball player.
She played varsity basketball.
It played, yes. It lost its teeth, too.
So did her brothers, right?
That's true.
Yes. One of his brothers played power forward for Vermont, which is Division I.
I'll give you a power forward. All right.
Howard likes that. He's a power forward.
Nice.
I want to talk a little bit
bottom,
about the Mad Dog brouhaha of today.
Oh, God. Why? I wanted to shoot my radio.
It's fascinating that Mad Dog would succumb to the pressures of Bully Howard, and I don't understand why. Like it's such a weird thing. So let me give you the.
Monique, before you do, can you send Dennis, Xavier, and I in and let us back in to see if it goes away?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Driving me crazy.
Okay. All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself anymore.
Hello?
I'm kicking you from the studio. All by I can't remove you. All by myself. Oh yeah, let's talk about them. I think that's an excellent idea. So I kick them out. I don't know how to bring them back in, so they may have to just come back in. Are you echoing?
Hello?
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 I just disappeared. It was
I kicked you out so that you can start back up again. Why should I kick myself out? Why should I be the one to leave? Why do I have to do everything for you guys?
It still sounds weird.
No echo, though. Moving forward.
What's going on?
I'm going bald? Dude.
I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm going to move on, okay?
Move on, please.
Xavier's uncancelable.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Good enough. Move on.
I really want Johnny to be here for this. But
Where is he?
I don't
He
know.
actually did.
He's befuddled. He's befuddled by the kick out.
In the time that he left.
Exactly. What? What is it? My setup? You have something open in the
because it's always your fault.
Of course, it's my fault. It has to be my fault. I blame myself, but I don't know what it could possibly.
Melvin is perfect
fine.
there. Howard is a power bottom.
Why are we still talking about this? We're fine. Move on.
Okay, I'm just waiting on John. That's all. Sure.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, Johnny.
How's that?
I don't know. I don't do it, so it doesn't matter to me.
We're good.
I was waiting for you so I could play the Mad Dog clip.
Okay, I'm sorry. You didn't. I thought you wanted us to come back in and.
Yes,
we're good.
Which is cool. Okay, so Mad Dog was a little bit upset about the games, the baseball games, and he threatened to quit. Yeah, let me play it, and then we'll come back to it.
I would not be stunned if they won tonight. I would be floored. And I'll say this right now. I'll say this right now, and Bob Raceman, write it down. If they win the next 2 days, they win the next 2 games and win this series in 7 games. If they win, I will retire on this. Maybe you.
Now, so that's his threat, basically. And who was he talking about? The Diamondbacks? No, he was talking about
the Phillies and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. So the manager of the Diamondbacks replies to him and says the following.
The manager.
That type of stuff is kind of entertaining to me because I know that Mad Dog has a show and he's got to do his thing. But I would love to see him quit if we won today. You know what I mean? But there's nothing better than a wise guy New Yorker saying something and then having to chomp on those words. So that's how I'm processing it, and it'll be great. He's a friend of mine. I love Mad Dog, and I know that he's going to end up hearing this, and I didn't want to really get into this, but.
Yeah, so, they were all cool with it. It was just like a fun and funny thing. Of course, they go on to win, and now he has to eat his words. So he calls into the show, and he doesn't really want to quit. He doesn't really.
He shouldn't have to. It's
well,
stupid.
Of course, but he feels like a dick now because he.
Why? All Howie's friends said when someone get elected, they would leave and go to Canada. They're still here, unfortunately.
And none of them did. So
none of them left. So, dude.
Of course, they have to make some sort of arrangement in order for Chris to keep his job, which is really kind of weird. I'm gonna pull up the.
The New Yorker comment's stupid. That's an ignorant comment because he's actually a San Francisco Giants fan. He's from Syosset. He's from where Judy Tenuta is from, but he's a San Francisco Giant fan. So he's an anti-New Yorker when it comes to being a sportscaster. He's always true. Yeah, he hates all New York sports.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So Chris Russo backs out of retirement. So let's hear what he had to say today.
It's embarrassing.
It's news, because I guess it's a slow news day. I don't know why.
Real slow news day.
That they decided this was something they were all going to hang their hats on. So here we go.
Because you made a statement, I'm going to retire. How about this? You come on my show. I'll come into Manhattan for this.
Oh.
We put you in a bikini.
Wow.
All right? And you walk down the street with a sign that says, I'm a douche. If you do that, people will say, okay.
So clever.
It's all right. Mad Dog sucks.
That's a little more reasonable. That one, that is a little fair. That's fair. Yeah, that one would. I can live with that. That's not the worst idea. I don't. Do I have
and
to
by
have
the way,
sign?
and by the way,
do I
Mad
have
Dog.
to have the sign to announce it? Do I have to go that crazy?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something.
All right.
If you do that, it'll make all the media, and everyone will say, "Wow, this."
Yeah.
Nah,
Wow.
Where's your word? I mean,
so
come
John,
on.
as a sports fan, you truly respect a clown that does that, right? I mean, it's just
What's it
totally.
just
Howard know about anything about sports?
Why
really.
does he need to report to the boss of
Exactly.
Sirius for this? You guys remember when Russo came on? Was it last year that Gary ran after him at the elevator to try to make him fill in? So he gave Howard this hour and 10 minutes of radio that he didn't deserve and couldn't provide himself. Wasn't scheduled as a guest. Gary ran after him at Sirius. So obviously they have nothing prepared. So when they do that, they go to Russo to fill the time. So Howard makes $4,000 a minute. Why would you give them any scoop at all? What if they ever? This is the guy who turned down to introduce you in the Radio Hall of Fame. Howard turned you down and dissed you to introduce you for the Radio Hall of Fame. Why would you do them any favors? What have they done
Any
for you?
sports
He's
fan-
never needed them for years. Russo never did this show until 2008 for the first time. They don't mean shit
they're
to you.
suck
They've
asses,
never
bro.
done anything for
Could
him.
you imagine Jim
asses.
Rome actually? I mean, just to talk about sports talk, guys. Could you imagine Jim Rome actually doing something like this?
No.
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 Not in a million
No.
years.
Not in a million years.
Why
Go
is
ahead.
Howard so
Chris
quick
Everett.
to hold someone's feet to the fire? When didn't he turn down that whole pull my hair for X amount of money?
Exactly.
He never follows through. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't follow through on that. Oh, so what's the check? What's the check, Robin? How does the check work, Fred? I mean, so what? Why is he the harbinger of what, when someone says something on radio? He said he was gonna be out until the pandemic's over. Pandemic's been over for 2 years.
Yeah,
He's still at
exactly,
home.
and he's still
Come on,
out.
bro.
We're going to talk about
His entire production company was built on fake promises.
Absolutely.
That never came through.
And
What about Howard
by
103?
By the way, to the Philly fans, this
102.
Fun fact. This is the game 7 they've lost in a row in 10 years. The 76ers lost 4. The Flyers lost 2. And then last night, Phillies, goodbye.
It's so stupid. Russo's trying to generate some kind of interest or do some shtick.
No one
And by the
cares
way,
about
when
him
he's on the
anymore.
Stephen A. Smith show, he probably has 10 times the viewers Howard does on Howard's show. So
I don't know.
when
After
does that
this, he
show on
probably
Wednesday.
won't.
I guarantee
Oh my
it.
God, he is totally Long Island Gindaloon version of Jerry Lewis.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Ladies.
Perfect description of him. That is an absolute perfect.
Dude, you know what? He's a douche for coming to Howard.
Exactly.
He is. I think less of him now.
Don't give him that scoop. He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't deserve it. You should have just owned it and done something like silly and goofy on your channel and called it a day.
It's a stupid guarantee anyway. Baseball is such a random game. Anything can happen in baseball.
You know what? He
playoffs.
should quit,
There's
though.
No,
I mean,
you
I'm
can't
sorry.
promise shit.
He
And shouldn't
should
promise
quit
shit.
just
He
because
should
he
quit.
sucks.
Sorry, you gotta quit.
Just because he's.
He's 60. Russo is what, 63? He should quit. How
He
much
should
more,
quit.
how do
He's
you-
horrible.
How much more can you do in this? I
next
could never
time-
do this show. People
next
think
time
I'm
shut
like
your
this
pie
huge
hole
sports.
and you
I'm a
don't have to
huge
worry about
sports fan. I can't do this 5 days. I wouldn't be able to do that 5 days a week. I get so tired of talking about the same thing over and
a lot
over.
of money, you probably could. We
I
could
don't know.
do this
I think I'd
5
get
days a
burned
week
out.
if we were getting paid. If we got
I wouldn't do it that
Come
long.
on. You did.
$1 million each, we could absolutely do this.
Wait,
for you.
John, you did like 30-hour deppening. You can't do 5 days. You can't do 5 days of baseball.
Because there's no rule. Dennis, you talk about how politically correct sports is.
That
That's
is
the
true.
problem when you talk in
That's
sports.
true.
So I don't think I'd be able to adhere to their rules.
That's true. Yeah.
You get fired for everything now.
But sports
Yeah.
is a much better topic than Howard Stern. We
I
are
know.
a one-hit wonder.
know.
With sports, you have everything at your fingertips. There's so
you want
many
to talk about sports?
talk about.
Whatever. I'll talk about my shoes, bro.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
Don't talk about
Well,
your shoes.
I
There's
gotta
a hole
say,
in my shoes about right now.
to be a sports radio is a much tougher job because he can't come on there and talk about the frivolous fluff bullcrap. Howard, he can't come in and complain about his parents for
here's
4
the
hours. You
thing.
know how fast
That-
he'd get fired. You have to adhere to what's going on in sports,
That-
or you're gone. Howard
that
gets to
was-
do whatever he wants with his show. It's whatever the hell he wants it to be.
Okay, chance of peace. Go, Xavier.
That was Artie's shtick, the whole sports thing. Why is he like all of a sudden talking about sports? Who
Because
cares?
everybody in the back room likes sports. He's the only one who doesn't. So when something is happening, he feels the necessity to talk about it, even though he knows nothing about what he speaks of.
Oh, the reason there's a hole in my shoe is because every time I come down the stairs, my German Shepherd grabs my foot and tries to drag me to my death. So now there's a hole in my shoe. See, I can talk about a shoe.
Okay, you know what? We would like the visual on that. I'd like to see that shoe. I'd like to see that shoe, damn it.
Oh, you got it. Wink, wink.
I'm going to play the last.
Hey, how do you know about the Velcro?
Hey.
I might add, just to put a button on this, Chris Russo does 5 days a week by himself for 3 hours a day.
But
5
he
days a
talks
week.
like that. I used to live down the block from him. He talked like that.
I know,
He
I know.
has an endless font of word diarrhea. He has an endless font, and people like that need an outlet. You need a fucking outlet. That's why you talk. That's why you could talk 6 hours on the friggin' Deppening.
Thank you.
You need that outlet. You need to ramble. You got to ramble on. That's that.
At least I don't steal Bob Costas' newspaper and Beacon Place.
No
like you
doubt.
did.
I'm just saying.
After I went to Runyon's in 1980.
Thank you for that blowback, you motherfucker. All right, today I'm excited for because I want to get to our other stuff, which is so much more fun than doing this stupid show. And again, that they went into genital mutilation afterwards.
No.
Nothing nobody needs to hear. Nothing. I promise
Thank
you.
you, Frank,
Okay?
for that.
I'm saving you. I'm sparing you all from something horrible. Okay, so I just wanted to play this really quickly because we love.
I don't want to. I wasn't the only one who thought this was a good idea.
All right. Okay. No.
Listen to this pause.
Robin, Ronnie, and Chris DeStefano. Been practicing that name all night. DeStefano.
DeStefano.
was Chicletees.
Chris DiStefano.
Such a moron. DiStefano.
Motherfucker.
Loves not knowing. Loves not
Like the
knowing.
Channel 12 reporter, Elisa DiStefano, who gives Beth free publicity that you pay to do. Right? Get the name right.
DiStefano.
You know that name.
Love not knowing. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you
It's
today.
such a tongue twister, Monique. What is that? 50 syllables in that DiStefano? Tough name.
DiStefano.
By the way, whoever, I forgot who, when Howard's talking about basketball and someone put that Beth plays horse with him.
Yes.
That was the funniest thing I've read all week.
All right, here we go.
Cleaning out the computer.
So, what do we want to talk about today? What do we want to talk about? What we want to talk about is you know what? We rarely go to Reddit for discussion, but it seemed appropriate to do this.
I like Reddit.
tonight.
Reddit's fun.
Well, you know what's interesting is that we have an entire forum with people that come on, but
Yes.
Howard Stern forum literally is just about Howard Stern. So it's always kind of interesting to see people who are purists. Some people
No, not anymore.
hate him.
You can see they're starting to do pop culture stuff.
Oh,
I
yes,
can't blame them.
yes, I
What are you
agree.
talking about?
So one of the interesting things from 2 days ago was this headline, which was Howard is on tape saying he would never work from home.
Yes.
So I wanted to just do just a hair of a dive into that and talk about it really quickly because again, he's still working from home. He's still not doing anything related to being in the office. He doesn't care to be there anymore, and nobody is pushing him to do that. So this is a classic clip about Riley Martin getting fired. It's 30 minutes long. We're not going to hear it, but let's just play a little bit of it, and then there's a couple of other clips I want to go to.
Standing there with him?
Yeah, but
how
that-
does
well,
he manage
The
it?
first time the producer didn't know it wasn't a paid spot, I guess. And then the second time when the producer did know, he hit the dump button. He didn't allow it on.
Sounds like the producer's slacking.
And then they pulled Riley off the air.
Monique, pause for 1 second.
First of all,
I just want to, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want everyone to notice and listen, chat, us included. Listen to how the energy is different. Listen to how much like pop and sizzle was in that one little couple seconds. You got Artie in there. Everybody sounds fairly passionate and kind of lucid. Listen to how different the energy is there versus what Monique just played.
Yeah.
How does the producer even stay awake to listen to Riley during that show of his?
You have to be an animal trainer. I heard Riley does his show lying on his couch with a wet rag over his face.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we've gone out of our way to make it easy for Riley. We let him do it out of his house. He doesn't have to come into Manhattan.
Well, that was the first problem. He's out of control. He's in his own environment.
Yeah, and he gets paid like $200. I mean, which is $200 more than he's ever gotten.
Right. And the station has to hire people and pay them to go out to Riley's house.
Can I audition for the show, Howard?
No. There's only one Riley.
What do you think of that technology, Howard? Because everybody seems like Spider Harrison was telling me he does both of his shows.
I think it's the end of radio.
From his home. So you would totally never consider that.
Absolutely not. There's a lot of guys now who do the show out of the house. I think like Rush Limbaugh does it out of his house. Jay Thomas does it out of his house.
Jay Thomas, the whole show is in different places.
Yeah, like Jay's in one location in wherever he lives in L.A. And then there's like his co-host, I think, is in some other location. Then there's a third person in another
Julie
location.
is here.
Yeah. And Jay was even saying to me, well, I don't understand why you don't work that way. It's so great. You don't have to
why
leave
do
the
you
house.
have to be with people?
I'm telling you, as a guy who's done radio all these years, and call me old school,
Yeah.
you got to get up, you got to come in, you got to look at everyone in the face,
Yeah.
and really have to look over at people and say, okay, calm down here, come on in here, talk to people eye to eye, see my guest.
Eye.
Well, I was saying Jay is so wonderful on this show, but he's here.
I wouldn't have Jay on if he was on a microphone somewhere. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Right. So somebody brilliantly, and let's give him kudos, somebody named Cormano on Reddit.
Kudos.
Cormano. Cormano. Not really sure how you want this pronounced.
Yeah, and all Monique, Shellback's Club, we were supposed to do this at one point. I had exactly this. I had 3 versions of this, and we never got to it. So this is some new shit. Shellback's Club did send it to me on Twitter.
Well,
just didn't get to it.
Oh, what this thread?
Yeah, I had this exact audio ready for us at some point.
When?
I don't know, 5 months
You know
ago.
what?
We just
We're
never
at
got
it
to
now.
it.
Let's just enjoy it. Let's enjoy the moment.
Okay, so here's a couple of things that Cormano said. He said it all the time. When Howard saw Imus working from home while the rest of the staff went to the studio, he criticized him for not caring about his own show. So let's go to that one first.
He has his regulars.
Oh, I see. Imus is at the ranch and the rest of them are in the studio?
Yeah, they're all over the place. You don't know where anybody is.
It's great chemistry. Yeah, that's good for the show. Leave that like he cares.
Yeah, so I picked on Imus a little bit, and then from there, he talked to Pendulette, talked about doing his radio show from home, and Howard, of course, then called it the kiss of death.
How did you like doing radio?
Well, at K-Rock.
How long did you? Yeah, after we left the radio station, they went to a free FM format.
Yeah, they did.
And David Lee Roth was the morning man.
Well,
you were on for an hour after David Lee Roth.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was directly after, but yes, I was
Okay.
after. And
then you were syndicated to a bunch of other stations.
a bunch, meaning like 5, not
Right.
huge.
Okay.
And I really, really enjoyed it. But I was very spread out because I was doing it from my studio, my home in Vegas.
That's a kiss of death.
3 hours time difference.
It's very hard to do a show from your home, I think.
And
Yeah, isn't it, Howard? Then there's a little audio from Jay Thomas, thinks Howard should work from home. And let's play a little bit of that.
I still don't understand the logistics. Where are you when you do this?
I do it from California, and then I have a studio outside of New Orleans, and then I come here to New York, and I just kind of do this kind of bouncing around thing.
I find it hard to not be in the studio with everyone, but you have no problem doing
None
it.
whatsoever.
You're that talented that you can do the show from anywhere.
You could do it too. You could do it from your house. Why you come in is ridiculous.
I'm not sure. Denny, you're on
What
the
do you
air.
mean, not
Wouldn't it be
sure?
weird if you were here and I was somewhere else and we
No.
couldn't look at each other?
So how would you be a guest when
Are
you
you
have
really
a
getting
guest?
anything from looking
Yes,
at me? What
I'm
are you
connecting.
getting?
I don't know. I'm getting a vibe.
When you have a guest, where
vibe.
are they, Jay?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they are. They're someplace else.
You all pretend you're in the same room.
I don't pretend. I say I'm someplace, and they're not. Look, it
He
doesn't
doesn't lie to
make
his
any
audience.
difference. When you talk on the phone, do you need to see the person on the phone?
No, but that's different. Well, I don't know. I think
I
it's
can't.
Yeah,
He has nothing. He has nothing.
You
he
know-
has nothing.
there's no recourse. There's no.
Jay Thomas could have done his show from a phone booth, and it'd still be more entertaining than Howard's show.
Well, it was so
I mean,
prophetic what he said. He was so just like,
Yeah.
he was so ahead of his stuff. That's how long ago? That's 15 years ago. He's saying this. now?
Yes, 15 years.
When he would come
Yeah,
on regularly.
at
Well,
least.
you know what this is, right? This is Howard's fake work ethic. He wants to look. He wants to look like he's going to a place to make it look like he's got some ambition or. It's a
No, but also it's that he needs this big staff and he needs to friggin' justify
Yeah,
having
that
this
too.
gigantic staff.
You
which
know,
Yeah, that too. Yes.
The problem is, at this point, his fake work ethic has been exposed. He doesn't have any, and the staff has absolutely no purpose. They literally, if Sirius had a set of stones, if they had a set of stones, they would just basically fire 90% of them at this point and tell them to go away. They would
Yes.
just stop paying them and have 7 people on
Let's
staff.
continue. Nick Cannon working from LA.
Which David Lee Roth tried it without a team. He'll also have an air team, which he and the station are putting together. And since he and Carrie are bi-coastal, he can work most of the time from the WXRK studios. I didn't know that was an option. Stupid ass me when I was there. I figured I had to be there every day.
He's going to do it from the West Coast sometimes.
Yeah, that'll work out. It always works out when a guy doesn't sit in the actual studio with his air team. I can't tell you the
Oh, he's not
chemistry.
flying them to LA when
No,
he's
no,
there.
no. I can't tell you the chemistry. You know what, though? It's so funny. I know how to do this pretty well. I can tell you already what's not going to work. I can already hear panic.
Oh.
What other great predictions do you have for us?
Is he gonna walk around with a douche sign on now?
Exactly.
He should.
And last but certainly not least, Rush Limbaugh doing his show from Florida.
It's ridiculous.
I can't even. I hate that he lives in Florida.
Me too. He gets to do his show from Palm Beach. I love Palm Beach. I wish I could do my show from Palm Beach.
Right.
You do.
Apparently, it doesn't matter where he does that show from.
How pathetic.
You know, you could phone that show in.
Yeah, Howard, just like
Who
you.
would have saw that coming?
Just like
Yeah,
you.
wow.
So that threw me into like a rabbit hole of shit. And
That is a shit rabbit hole.
and I fell upon this delicious video that if any of you follow me on
By the way, you don't think he could have made that happen at K-Rock if he wanted to in 2
Oh, he
seconds?
could've.
He goes in there with Buckwald and tells fucking Karmazin, I'm doing it from home. You think they're going to say no to that?
No,
He gets anything
no.
he wants from them.
Especially then, peak of his powers.
That's right.
Absolutely not.
That's right. I'll stay at terrestrial, but I'm doing it from home. You think they would have parted with that?
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
okay.
God.
I love this deliciousness.
Look at it.
I'm not sure who made this. Maybe Johnny knows, but it's been on Reddit for a really long time. And then, of course, I had to throw it into Instagram and TikTok today. Just because.
Jesus.
So this is Howard talking about Imus. Somebody put it to clips. It's quite delicious. We needed to hear this.
Oh, man.
Imagine you're a young woman in the prime of your life, and this woman must have been desperate for some sort of fame or money or something to marry such a slug. A man who abandoned his wife and 3 children, miserable wretch. Of course, wants a trophy wife because his self-esteem is so low. He needs one. He needs a trophy wife. Every guy would love a trophy wife, but he needs one because he's a filthy pig. And his career, I mean, what's it like to have once been the #1 guy in New York? What's it like to have your ratings, your self-esteem, and everything ripped away? So you've got to find a young woman who somehow can feed your ego. But every night when he climbs on top of her, he knows.
You think it's every night?
Yeah, maybe not. Well, every morning, I don't care how much money he has, every morning. I mean, the corpse that he is, that poor young girl has to spread her legs every morning is Halloween. She has Halloween, the horror of Halloween.
What kind of monster is going to be in bed with me this
There's
month?
no trick. There's no treat. There's only a trick when he gets in bed. It's a trick. It's a cruel trick. I'm sure when she was growing up and she was so beautiful, her parents said, gee, one day...
I thought she had an illustrious future.
Well, I guess she opted for the cash.
Damn. That was scorched earth right there.
WNBC
That's
clap laundry room.
Wondering that's beautiful. We speak your name.
How do we know
speak
you're just
your
not saying you
name.
did this laundry room? How do we know
Ah, it
this is
doesn't
really
matter.
you?
He did
It
it.
doesn't matter. He takes credit.
I know. I
Just
believe
speak his
obviously.
name.
You don't pompously put your watermark on there like Fillmore with an 85 font at the bottom. Fillmore.
Oh,
Okay.
that was
amazing.
perfect.
Amazing. I fell down a rabbit hole today, and apparently.
Oh my God, we need to send it out once a.
I'm
We need to
telling
share
you.
that once a week.
I
Once a week that
know.
needs to be shared. That is so perfect.
Yeah.
So perfect.
So perfect. Everything about it, the clips, the cuts, everything.
That's unbelievable. It's
delicious.
A plus. There's nothing more you can. I'm honored you grace us with your presence in our commentary. It's that good.
We said enough. Yeah, that's it. It's just delicious.
Perfectly spoken.
Matt made it.
Yeah, we needed that. Well, yeah, I TikToked it and I Instagrammed it and
Put a laundry room watermark on there for him. then.
Exactly.
So McDowell's doesn't take credit for it, like they rip everything else off.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah, that was really delicious, and thank you so much for that. And laundry room, if you actually did do that, it's just pure brilliance. So we wanted to
He hates
go
attention.
to a
Please.
couple of things.
Couple of
We were
things.
still talking about Rebecca Romaine Stamos and
Yes.
her new husband, and
Who looks weird.
that. And then we have Richard Roundtree being interviewed by Gary Garver, 2 parts.
He's dead.
And then Howard froths over the Mets showering. Why do we have that?
Because it's Cocktober. And the Mets, it's a World Series time, and it's the Mets-Yankees World Series, and I thought it was just timely. Russo has been talking about baseball, and I just thought it fit all those. And it was just filler in case you didn't have anything. And
No. I'm good to be off. I'm good to be off air in the next 15, 20 minutes.
I don't insist you play it. It's just him asking very, very gay questions and
What else?
Benny,
All right, give me some Jerry O'Connell and why we have him on.
Well, we talked about this yesterday. So he gets invited to Howard's wedding in 2008. He can't go, and Rebecca makes up an excuse that she's literally like a month pregnant, that she has to be bed rest. They catch him in a lie, but the lie is they don't want it. Rebecca doesn't want to be in the same room as John Stamos with Jerry O'Connell. And so Jerry's lying for her, and this leads to the conversation, which I actually have the footage of on the wrap-up show where Jerry talks about getting Amber Heard. This is obviously.
Now, Jerry really wants to come to my wedding. I invited Jerry and Rebecca to my wedding, as I did John Stamos, by the way.
Yeah.
And John was okay with it, and Jerry was okay with it, and Rebecca was okay with it.
Now what?
So I wouldn't have sat them at the same table, although I actually would have, but Beth wouldn't let me.
Could you see?
Were they at the wedding?
Yeah, Stamos was.
They
didn't go.
Rebecca announces.
I wrote an essay.
That's right. Rebecca announces
By the way,
like
Monique,
a month ago.
Yeah.
I know you love. I don't know how. He's a doppelganger to Jason Bateman. He looks exactly like him here.
Whoa.
I think Jason Bateman is like 100 times more handsome.
I don't know. Don't they look exactly the same?
No, they don't. And
You know what?
now he
Jason
looks
Bateman
even
looks
less
more
human.
normal.
Yes, he looks
He just
more
has,
normal.
I think
the
you'd
hair
love
color,
Jerry O'Connell,
where
Xavier.
his face is a little like Picasso-ish.
He loves video games. He loves the Chargers. I think you'd love Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah,
I
but
think I
he
would
I
too.
hate the Chargers.
He looks
I
like a
love
freak
the
show.
Yeah.
I hate men.
I'm going to be pregnant, and I am going to be on bed rest, and I can't come to the wedding. So Jerry said, hold on a second. Jerry says, hey, I'll just come to the wedding. I want to come. And I think Rebecca shot that down. Now,
No.
yeah, I mean, and then, we no, it wasn't. A month.
Doctor's orders.
But no, it wasn't. A month ago, it couldn't have been doctor's orders. How would she know she needs bed rest? Tell the truth here.
I want to say, please don't make me say anything, because in all honesty,
Is it the Stamos factor?
you know, Howard, I have to say, as someone who is getting into.
All right, so it's not that Rebecca needed bed rest.
I mean, he's cute.
I knew that was bullshit.
No Jason Bateman.
Maybe there are other areas. We purchased a gift. We went on the website.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're really excited.
Oh my
Monique,
God,
can I
they
also say this to you?
actually Had a wedding registry.
Wow. That's balls.
At the time,
That's balls.
O'Connell and Rebecca are very much in the rotation at Squabble Lane, so they used to go over there all the time. They no longer go over there, but they were a very regular guest until Howard got more celebritied up, and he went there with a lot of C and B listers. But they don't go there anymore.
I'm
but
just
they-
fascinated that he had a wedding registry.
are so happy for you guys. We cannot come. I'm sorry. Rebecca will be on bed rest.
Well,
that
when
is that.
Rebecca said to me,
I will look at the pictures. I really
Rebecca
am.
said, listen, I'm going to be on bed rest. I said, even Beth turned to me. And Beth's like the sweetest person in the world. She goes,
The sweetest.
Right. She says to me, that's total bullshit. I
Yeah.
go, we don't listen. If Jerry
Who
and Rebecca don't
plans
want to
be
come.
on bed rest?
She says, how is that possible? Rebecca just is starting to show.
Yeah.
Hell, do you think it's the Stamos thing?
Fuck off. Honestly, it's like you make any
Wow.
excuse whatsoever to not go to somebody's wedding. Any excuse.
Yeah.
And the fact that she just is pregnant and doesn't want to come to the wedding because John's there. And you know what else? John married a really, really attractive girl.
Yes.
And Rebecca probably didn't want to be pregnant Rebecca at this wedding.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly.
I think that's very true. I think that there's a real thought.
Probably that I was one of the first people that you
would you
told.
wanna be in a room with your ex?
Your
No.
I wouldn't
wife,
either.
Rebecca Romaine O'Connell,
Yeah.
is having a baby, but it turned out two babies.
Yes.
Twins.
Yes.
And when you first told
Yeah. Twin girls.
I'm concerned that Rebecca is going to get large. I mean, one of the great things about
fat shame.
Rebecca is that she's super hot.
Wow.
The anorexia comes out.
You know, I'll tell you what's funny. Your wife is carrying your children. At this point, I'm not really concerned about weight. You just want.
One of the girls will be named Dolly after Dolly Parton because Rebecca's a big Dolly Parton fan.
Rebecca went to see Dolly Parton in Dollywood a few months ago, and Rebecca is a very good friend of Dolly Parton.
Is it like 3 years old?
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird, but Rebecca is very well endowed, and
so are you.
But not in
the teddies,
in the breast department.
Wow.
That's the background. He has two twins, and she was pregnant with him at that point.
Amazing.
And Dolly Parton hates Howard too, by the way.
Were they conjoined?
Rebecca got a hold of him.
Yeah, one.
And listen, she's a beautiful woman, and she's used to getting her way.
Hey, you know what?
I could punch you in straw. Listen, you described on the wrap-up show. I was shocked the last time you were here.
Oh yeah, listen, I got to talk about that as well.
Rebecca punched you in the neck, and you went down.
I got to talk about that as well.
And you said you almost died. You almost had a
I
stroke.
did not say that.
Want me to? Should we play it back? Listen to what you said. I'm going to play it.
Okay, love listening to it.
We did get into one argument, and Rebecca punched me, and I swear to you, I was bruised for.
Hein, that manatee.
I hate that. I hate that self-satisfied grin on his face too.
I wonder if if one of the twins likes X-Men and the other one doesn't.
By the way, Jerry O'Connell definitely got a glow up when
oh, absolutely.
He definitely did something to himself.
Jesus, you're a freak.
I mean, he looks like a weird version of Mark Wahlberg right now.
You know, it's interesting. He played Superman, and Rebecca played Lois Lane in an animated movie.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's the second time they did the Doomsday movie.
I just voiced that.
What were you fighting about when you were in Holland? I lied to her. I lied. I said I had to go to a charity event. I had to go. It was something that my boss was putting together, and it was something that I had to do. And it was something that my boss organized, and it was a charity event. It just happened to be on a golf course for 6 hours. And I went to go play golf, and Rebecca wanted to do something else, and I said that I had to do it. It was a work thing. And I stupidly, as I was driving there, called her up and went, listen, I got to tell you, I'm playing golf. You know, it is charity and blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, why do we care about this? Why do we care? Why do we care?
What?
It's the setup of him punching her in the face. He's giving the backstory of why she punches him in the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Rebecca throws them back, you know. You guys know. She's
Rebecca.
beaten man. And she just really stepped into it. Like I saw the weight shift from her back foot to her front foot, and then it just unleashed. And it was.
Where did it land?
It landed on the side of my neck.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it really it put me down. I saw stars for a second. It did something to my not my breathing, but my heart rate. I guess it hit my jugular, and it did something it stopped the blood flow for a second, and I thought I was going to have a stroke.
What was that drive home like? Did you expect to walk
He totally got to glow up. Look
into probably not a left to the neck, but
yeah, Rebecca is I guess the nice term is passionate. The not so nice term is hysterical.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
That's good enough.
She's
Can we say that one twin likes Stand By Me and the other one likes The Green Mile?
Yes, we can definitely say that. We can definitely say that. All right, and then our last clips of the night are a tribute to Richard Roundtree. Here he is being interviewed by Gary Garver. Both of the clips are just your
private eye.
So Gary Garver was the Stuttering John for the longest time, right? And he gets no credit for being
When
there.
John couldn't do it, they had to go to Garver on the West Coast because John was too recognizable, and he would do it. I don't like Gary Garver's boring. He's got no sense of humor about himself, but he got the job done. I guess he's a little bit of a loose cannon, and he comes to Richard Roundtree on the not on the golf. Richard has male breast cancer. And he throws a Steven Spielberg kids question at him.
Richard Roundtree had
male breast cancer. That's what this charity's about. That's what he's asking about.
Didn't Montel Williams also have a double mastectomy because he had breast cancer? Am I wrong on that?
Could be.
Can you dig
it?
I feel like that's correct.
Damn right.
Here's Gary Garver with Richard Roundtree.
Make a little louder, Mooney.
Was it some charity thing for male breast cancer or something?
Yes, Richard Roundtree had it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
We talked about a Shaft came out.
Yeah,
right on.
Forgot. But anyway, he's the guy who was the original Shaft, and Gary Garver sat down with a one-on-one.
Richard, how you doing? Good morning. How are you? Morning. How you doing? I'm doing great. Good. Can I ask you questions? Sure. Who are you with? Infinity Broadcasting. Yeah. Oh, okay. Do you think America's ready for a Jewish vice president? You gonna ask me political questions on today? Why are you here today? I'm here because I'm a breast cancer survivor. You want to talk about?
It's so bizarre to hear a man say that.
Yes, sir. Really? Yes.
Monique.
Yeah. But you got to ask me questions about cancer.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you remember who ran with Al Gore? Lieberman from Connecticut.
Oh, right.
That's what he's asking about. That's that far back. And Gore won the popular vote.
Congress, of which I am very pleased to be a part of, because the alternative is ugly.
A little louder, Monique, if you could.
Really, it's so loud in my ears. So just wanted to share with you that Montel Williams was diagnosed with breast cancer and received a double mastectomy, which I find fascinating. You know?
Oh, what an up note to end the show on.
What did the rest say though? Later discovered what?
Oh, I don't know. I lost it.
Did you know he dated Kamala Harris?
Who did?
Montel Williams.
Most people did.
I swear to God. I swear to God. Not you, Dennis.
No, unfortunately, I was one of the few
you
left
don't
out.
date the blacks, I know.
The last one is about Spielberg's kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you think the media portrays blacks in a negative way? The what? The media
What?
portrays blacks in a negative way. No. Do you think the black children adopted by Steven Spielberg will grow up with a warped sense of identity? No. I'm not going to even address that. What kind of question is that? Do you think OJ has been unfairly prosecuted? Unfairly prosecuted? No, but no. Why are there so many Jews in the music business? Thanks, Rich.
You know
Wow.
Jackie's still there. By the time of the question.
Well, here are the people with children, interestingly enough. There's Michaela George Spielberg.
George?
Who looks a lot like, not Scary Spice. Who's the one that...
The one that... Oh, no, she looks like the one that sang that...
The ginger black girl.
Yeah, she had that one song.
Yes.
The one song. That's who she looks
like. Yes, the one song. Yes.
Cool. Yeah, that one.
Mo, you have the attention span of a fly. Montel was misdiagnosed. Oh my God, you're kidding.
Yes.
He still had
That's why I was saying. What did he actually say? It actually said on the bottom. It wasn't that.
Goodness. Oh my, yeah, I know. I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Probably misdiagnosed with breast cancer.
That's
It was meant
that's
for
a
Ricky
lawsuit.
Lake.
Wow, that's
what a way to end the week, guys.
Montel used to be a big guest on Howard. He used to be on all the time. He was a very big guest.
Now not so much.
Come on, who's that ginger rap singer? You guys.
No, I can't think of it now. Tracy Chapman. I thought she looks like Tracy Chapman.
No.
Come on, chat. Come on, chat.
Ginger rap singer. Male or
no idea what
female?
you're talking
Singer.
about.
Female.
Just ginger rap singer. Let's see if anything comes up.
Go to images.
Macy Gray?
Yes.
She's not a ginger.
That's
right.
Oh, wait, right there. Who's that?
Nacho.
That's her. Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. Oh my God, it's a doppelganger.
She
This is
looks
a
like Ice Spice.
doppelganger.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, John, who was the guy on the Boston Celtics that had freckles?
What's his
Blake
face?
Griffin?
No.
No.
Scalabrine?
From when
80s in the 80s.
Oh God, who we thought? Oh Jesus.
I know
Jesus.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because the only black guy I know
Oh,
had
Dennis Johnson.
Dennis
Dennis
Johnson had freckles.
Yeah.
Man, that dude was rough looking, bro.
Who are we talking about?
Dennis Johnson
Dennis
is
Johnson.
freckles.
He had
Black guy. Everybody knew him as a black guy with freckles.
Black guy had freckles.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like,
Aw,
you don't want to go to the paint with that thing your way.
He won championships, though. I gotta
This
give
is
you
in
that.
line too with what we said about Howard and people's
Larry
kids.
won championships. He gravy trained.
This guy, he was there.
He's very freckly. He's freckly. Okay.
He was there to sneak up on Larry to scare him into playing good.
Thank you,
Gregory
Melvin.
Hines.
Ice Spice. Yes. Thank you. All right. Well, this is our Friday and Howard's Friday. So Dennis is trying to render a brand new show, which we'll have up, I think, tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes.
Hopefully, if my computer doesn't,
well,
like.
And he's going to give you, 7 or 8 tips on how not to buy a bum vintage automobile.
Exactly. How not to get ripped off.
That's
the thing. Because people get ripped off all the time.
Yeah, so that is
It's terrible.
must watch. And again, hopefully he'll have it up tomorrow. John, what's going on with you with Deppening? Anything?
It's either going to be the West Memphis 3, which is the Damien Eccles murder from the early 90s that featured Depp, Eddie Vedder, and Natalie Maines to incorporate Sara in more of a passion for Eddie Vedder. Or we'll go back to Would You See It If Depp Wasn't In It, which would go through his filmography and said, this is film. You would never see it if he wasn't in it. So
okay, which one are you working on?
I haven't decided which I'm going to go with.
Okay.
At that point, I'm juggling the two.
Oh, looking like He bought a 1986 Monte Carlo SS in the 90s. Got totally ripped off. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Every guy when I was a kid had a Monte Carlo. Like, what was the other one that
That's a
looked like the Monte
gangbanger.
Carlo?
Oh, the Grand Prix?
The Grand Prix. And there was another one, the cheaper version.
The Oldsmobile Cutlass.
The Cutlass, exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody had one of those.
You know, it was so fun though with those those Monte Carlos. I had a 318 Charger, and I used to still beat them in any type of race from light to light. It was great. They were so slow.
Hey, there's a comment there, Jeremy. Arm, can you pull the clips for next week of Howard hating Halloween and telling his building that they need to take down the decorations?
I found on my phone Monique's trip to the Millennium Towers
Yes.
and dipping the lobby.
Oh.
This is like last week. I'm going through some pictures. I'm like, what? And I had like 5 of them from going through the
Old
lobby.
gutless.
Yes, and actually in the lobby, I don't know if you noticed it, but there were like cat cages there as well, and it was set up for Halloween into Thanksgiving. And you know, you would think that they put up like spider webs and shit like that. I mean, it was just a couple of like pumpkins and some bales of hay. I can't even remember that video anymore. Do I even have it? Do you have it for us?
It wasn't. I think it was
You
stills.
did do
I
a
don't think it
video.
was a
You did
video.
it in you did it in portrait, not landscape.
It wasn't a video, right? It was pictures.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a concierge and 2 doormen staring at me while I was waiting to go look at that apartment. What do you want me to do? Start taking pictures of the lobby, you freaks? Come on.
No, I'm not criticizing you at all. I'm happy to have anything.
Just teasing.
I love to give John like all this like stupid information. Let me see if I can find it on our search right here. Really.
The more stocky,
Costumes
the
on
better.
Tuesday. It's too much. I draw the line.
Howard.
What's
Posted.
going on with Julie? Do I
This
dare
is kind
ask?
of a stupid thing I found today, but when they first moved to the Millennium Towers, Howard was going to there was a charity auction that Robin wanted him to do, and Howard was still, this is like the early 2000s, and Jackie went, and Ralph took 3 showers while they were waiting for Howard at Howard's apartment. Like, and there's candy, he has candy in the kitchen, and who's that for? This is 2000, so he's not out with Beth yet.
Beefus.
Right.
That's for Beefus.
So he has not admitted that he's going out with Beth. And he's
the sugar
keeping candy
cubes.
in his, sugar cubes.
Okay.
What's going on with Julie? Oh, come on, stop
Here's-
messing around, guys.
No, people are just being silly.
Yeah.
His career died.
Brief reminder of Howard Stern's lobby during Halloween. So I did this in 2020. So this is the
Wow,
lobby.
that's disturbing.
This is
Wow.
what he
She's got 'em
so very much. If you guys haven't seen it, I did a trip to Howard's building and I looked at an apartment on his floor, which is kind of freaky. I didn't realize it was on his floor until much later in the viewing. The apartment was like $5,500, and it was a 1-bedroom, and it was actually kind of small and had a lot of built-in, so it was not really worth anybody's time. But yeah, so here's the lobby. Let me see. Do I have any other pictures? Yes.
Wow, that's terrible. Oh my God, it's like a haunted mansion.
I know.
Oh my God, it looks like Universal Studios haunted Halloween.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's terrifying.
For the scratch that they charge, bro.
Take it away. Take it away.
It's horrible.
Just horrible, right? I mean, it's just
Yeah.
silly. And this is what he would complain about. It was too much. This is too much.
Well, it's because
Like
Beth
Halloween.
was grazing on that hay, probably.
Absolutely.
You know, it's interesting. I didn't catch I did mean to catch this, which is weird because right over here where all the Amazon boxes are, there were 2 cat cages, like right here, leaning on the side, which obviously now in hindsight had to be from them. But yeah, that's the lobby.
So
Picture
that's
that
the lobby.
skulking. Go ahead, Dan.
That's the lobby where it dumps cats.
Yes.
Because
yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what the cage is from.
It's
It
neutral
dumps
enough.
the
That's
cat
the
and throws
background.
the cage on the side.
That's the background you always see right here.
Yep.
That's
Picture,
what they do.
picture that skulking goblin just trundling through there, just like looking left to right and trying to take that in, and like, I'm going to complain about this tomorrow on the air.
Of course he is. He's a miserable.
Of course he is.
Meanwhile, the scarecrow would pass that. That's exactly what he would pass.
Yeah.
It's so fitting.
Yeah. All right. So there you go for everybody. Since yeah, that needed to be seen right this moment. All right. Yes, Fuji Vice. Yes, I am making it about myself. And yes, it is very typical. And guess what, Fuji Vice? When you have your own show, you can make it about yourself too. Just like Arm does on his show and Dennis does on his show. So that's the way it works. Okay, Fulio? All right, it's time to go. Sorry, didn't mean to get cranky on somebody, but you know that's what they want. All right, we are going to see you next week.
Our show's about Deb. It's not about me.
I'm not going to be here on Halloween. So Bon Jovial is going to be here with
Whatever.
you guys on Halloween. Maybe
Well,
we
wait a
don't
minute.
Won't it be
Wait.
wouldn't it be like Veterans Day when he's doing the show?
What did you have?
Well, I mean, he's in the future, right? When he does a
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Halloween show,
Like it's gonna be
Veterans Day
All
over there.
Souls. It's
Well, it
gonna be
won't be
All
Halloween
Souls
for
Day.
him, but maybe you guys can convince Xavier to put on one of his stormtrooper.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be here either, bro. I'll tell you right now, there's zero chance I'm gonna be here.
All right. Well, maybe it'll be a reflection on Halloween.
yeah,
I will
good
flip
luck.
and Bon Jovial will run the show. I just have a little soiree to go to that night, and I didn't want to say no because what's
there you go.
important, let's be honest. All right, friends. We will see you next week, Monday. What's going on the show on Monday?
Seth Meyer, who's gonna bore us all to tears.
That's exciting.
I can't
We
wait.
can talk again about the time that his wife gave birth in the lobby of their building. That'll be really
Yes.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.